Hey, we're back on Love, Sex, Lies, and Reality. Today I'm talking about marriage versus weddings. Most of us tend to focus on the weddings, the happily ever after, the ceremony, and the fairy tales, and how you're planning and how you're ready. And most people forget that the wedding is not the marriage. So, the question I need to ask you before I get started is, are you looking for a wedding or are you looking to be in a marriage? Reason for asking this question is that most people get it wrong. When they think of marriage, they think about the happily ever after, the ceremony, the cake, the costumes, the guests, the event hall, and everything they have to, the party planner, everything they have to put into the event. But then they miss out on focusing on how to build for the marriage. They put so much money into the wedding and forget that the marriage also needs some financial, budgeting done. And I'm not saying that a wedding is bad, but I think facing reality of life when it comes to weddings and marriages is very, very critical if you're looking to be in a healthy marriage, if you're looking to thrive in your marriage, if you're looking to grow with your partner, if you're looking to be supportive of your marriage. Because if you're planning only for the wedding and you're not planning or strategizing for the marriage may fail. Which is why most marriages fail, because people look into a marriage from the perspective of the happily ever after, the Disney movies, the Hollywood stories, the Bollywood and the Nollywood stories. But they forget those are just entertainment. Those are not your reality. Your reality is what you and your partner are planning based on your vision. Where are you emotionally? Where are you spiritually? Where are you financially? Where are you mentally? Are you thriving in relationship and building a support group? If you don't have a support group, what are you going to do when the conflicts show up? What are you going to do when the challenges of the marriage shows up? Are you going to give up? Are you going to keep trying? Have you made that commitment? Because marriage is a commitment. It's a commitment to be in a partnership for a lifetime. And so if you're not doing all of that, but you're just looking at, he put a ring on it, she put a ring on it, like, get married, we're going to go to the church, we're going to have all this fancy stuff. All the people that came to the party, let's just face reality, because I'm all about reality. Let's face reality here. All the people that came to the party, you all spent money on them. You all entertained them to be witnesses to your marriage. You all gave them all the drinks and all the food and all the gifts, and they took some away and they also gave you some gifts. But they witnessed the wedding, not the marriage. Let me say that again. They witnessed the wedding, not the marriage. Because after the ceremony is gone, they're all gone. Some of them may give you a call to say, hey, congratulations. If you have the wedding pictures, send them to us. Only to say, I was present. None of them come to you when you're going through your trials. And trials in a marriage is not trials to make you give up. It's to test your strengths, to grow together, to support each other, to stick with that commitment that you made when you said, through thick and thin, in sickness and in health. So if you're not really looking at the marriage from that perspective, you may just be getting into a wedding to keep up with the Joneses, the wannabes, and you may be putting yourself in a place where you don't really belong, a place of pain. Let's face it, all the clothes that you bought, how many times are you going to wear them again? I'm not judging. I'm just saying, look from this perspective so that you gain the knowledge in your planning for a ceremony, because a wedding is a ceremony. It's a one-time ceremony. After that ceremony, you don't repeat it. You look at it, is it just a one-time ceremony that you're looking for if you're not hitting a milestone to celebrate your 40th or 30th or 50th to renew your vows again? because you see that maybe you're not sticking to the commitment and you want to recommit to each other, that's when you have a second wedding. But the marriage itself, it's a lifetime commitment. So you can renew your commitment and have a ceremony, but the ceremony doesn't define the commitment that you're renewing, because the commitment is to your marriage. It's not to the ceremony. Again, you invite people that come in that will not be part of your life together, because it's a man and a woman will come together and become one. And they become one. What happens? They commit. They commit to the vows that they've made. They commit to the covenant that they've made. They're sticking with the covenant and saying, we're going to have to go through this. We're going to have to build through this. We're going to have to work through this. And so you have to understand that if you're not building on the marriage, but you're building on the fantasies, the illusions, the emotions, you will forget that your emotions are even teachers to help you along the way. Your emotions are not supposed to be tamed. You're not supposed to be tamed by your emotions. You're supposed to tame your emotions, and your emotions bring you awareness, conscious awareness that something needs to be worked on, either in you or your partner. And so when you look at a marriage from that perspective, you're able to understand the marriage. What can I do to be a reflection of this person I want to be in a relationship with? What can I do to support this person who's going through stuff? How can I see myself in their shoes and have compassion and kindness towards them and be there for them through thick and thin, as I made in the vow that I made? If you're not doing all of that, my dear, the single life is challenging, not to talk of the married life. So if you're not doing all of that, you may find yourself just facing this roller coaster ride of marriage and acting single while still married. And you may be going back to your single life and doing what you used to do as a single person in the marriage than doing what you need to do for yourself. And so today, my challenge to you is to take a pause and ask yourself, are you looking to be in a marriage, or are you looking to be in a wedding ceremony? They're two different things. Remember, the marriage is just a lifetime commitment. The wedding is a one-time ceremony where people come to witness. But those witnesses may not even remain in your life to help you ensure that the marriage stays intact. There may be even people that will say, I already saw that coming. They only came to enjoy. They only came to enjoy the party with you. But after the party is over, what is left is the marriage, you and your partner, and the decisions that you make from there on, and the encouragement and the support you give each other from there on, and the commitment that you implement, you stay through to as you made the vows and the covenant to be there for each other through thick and thin. And so before you rush as a single, dear single, make sure you're looking to be in a marriage and not a wedding. Weddings are filled with fantasies, illusions, fairy tales, and make-believes that are not the ingredients of a healthy marriage. A healthy marriage requires commitment, requires support, requires seeing your partner as yourself, requires being there emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, morally, relationship-wise, work balance life, and throughout eternity. If you're not ready for a marriage, please stay single. Don't waste your time. I mean that. Stay single until you're ready to commit to yourself before committing to somebody else. Remember to never stop loving while living. When you stop loving, you stop living. When you stop living, it means it's time to go back to the maker. But while you're still living and loving, love yourself enough to know yourself, to understand your true self before you make the decision to go into a marriage. A marriage is a lifetime commitment. It is not a short-term commitment. It is a lifetime commitment to be there through thick and thin until death do you part. And if you're not ready for the marriage, but you're ready for the wedding, just know it's a one-time ceremony. And when the ceremony is over, reality starts and kicks in. Until next time, you take good care. Have a great weekend. Talk soon. Bye.